In Mark chapter 8, we read about a man who is healed by Jesus. He is a blind man. Jesus spit on the man's eyes and put his hands on him, and Jesus asked him, "Do you see anything?" He looked up and said, "I see people. They look like trees walking around." A strange method of healing that Jesus had, to spit on the man's eyes. But I don't think the man complained after all was said and done. But when Jesus first laid hands on him, he did not get completely healed. Once more, Jesus put his hands on the man's eyes. Then his eyes were opened and his sight was restored, and he saw everything clearly. That's our desire, to see everything clearly. It's God's desire for us to give us that sight, that spiritual sight, and to see people as they truly are. Sometimes we see people and they look like trees walking around. We misunderstand their anger and don't see their hurt. I think that's happened with people on a large scale in the public view, but also in our personal relationships. But Jesus understood people right at the core of their being. John chapter 20 is another chapter that reveals much. Here's Mary Magdalene at the tomb after Jesus is risen from the dead, but she doesn't know that. He begins to speak to her, but she thinks he is the gardener. She doesn't see him clearly until she hears her name. Thomas doubted until he could put his hand in Jesus' side. Well, sometimes, like that blind man, we need a second touch from Jesus. Maybe we've been following him a long time, but we're still not seeing things clearly. I know that's the case for me so often, and maybe it is for you as well. So we can ask Jesus today, "Jesus, lay your hands on me again. Bring clear sight so that I can see people as they truly are. And with the help of your Holy Spirit, meet the needs that are there. Bring a word of encouragement and hope and good news, just as you did. God, help us in this work.